Hello, lovely people. Today I am playing on my Xbox and we are going to be attempting to create a character. So first thing I'm going to do is show you how you can create it to the best of your ability inside the character creation area, which doesn't have a lot of options. Then we're going to get out of there, see what items I recommend adding to that character. Then we're going to jump onto a different account and I'm going to show you my pre-made character that I have with a couple of different builds. So if you've clicked on this one, you already know we're doing Catwoman, but there's a couple of builds I have on her that aren't Catwoman and they're just styles, and I'm going to show you those as well. So let's start with creating a character from scratch. Let's try and make a Catwoman in the character creation area because it's not the easiest thing to do. They do, I think, have a preset for her though. So let's skip this section and get right into it. All right, let's see if they have a preset for Catwoman in here. Here it is, Catwoman. I don't hate it. We're going to go from this because there are some things that are on her that I think are appropriate that I don't want to have to go looking for. So we're going to keep her athletic, it makes sense. We'll keep her short, makes sense. We'll keep her villain, makes sense. I understand why they've chosen Primal, because when she's attacking, this is the most cat-like stance that they have. But it doesn't seem like it's accurate for the character for me, just in general, how she stands and walks around. It's definitely not comical, maybe powerful, not serious, and maybe flirty. The flirty is something that I think seems like comfortable casual, and I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to go with. I think it suits her more than the Primal. I think Joker being her mentor is accurate. I think Gadgets is accurate, even though I'm not the biggest fan of just picking Gadgets if we can help it. I do think we don't have much choice here for Catwoman. Then martial arts I also agree with, and acrobatics I also agree with. So let's move on next. We're going to do the costume. So I think the skin is already set to human one, which I think is the most accurate. Hair, I like the Catwoman version that I've seen that has the long brown. And the reason for that is probably because I have long brown or auburn hair. And so I can relate. I like it because it matches me more. Not that this character is me, but I don't care. So I'm probably going to do long and going to make it brown so that it's accurate to that. But so that's what I'm choosing. If you may disagree, there are different versions you could do, obviously, but that's what I'm going to go with. Then head. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is face, because I want to remove those bug goggles and go back into head. I may well put it back on, but the masks that she wears, I can see her eyes. So I'm not really a big fan of those goggles over the top. I mean, I don't hate it either, but I want to see her eyes. So let's find a headpiece, if we can, where we can see her eyes, or maybe a piece for her head and a piece for her face that actually has the holes for her eyes there, because if we're going to have her eyes completely gone, it's not very accurate.
I am aware that in some versions of Catwoman she does have the goggles, but for the version that I was going for in this character creation, I didn't want it. It's not what I was after.
We need the style of the mask to come up on her cheek. Yeah, more like that. So these ones are closer. I can see why they chose the V-slim line. I mean, we should be able to see her mouth as well, so that's not appropriate. Okay, we have nothing. There is nothing that has what I want, and that really does suck. So I might go back to what she had, but I'm thinking I want to see the eye at least shining through, even if it's not 100% accurate. It's at least better than not having her eyes there, because you can see them, and we'll just have to deal with the fact that it's not 100% accurate. I think I'm going to go with this one. I just like the forehead not having any markings on it. Oh, I like that one as well. So it's between the V-Devil and what's the other one? Wings. I think I like the V-Devil better. It has less going on around her nose. So we'll go with that one. Face, I don't think anything here is going to be something I want to use for her, but I'm thinking we grab the bug goggles, we take them off in game, because at least then we've got something that we can put on. Oh, that looks terrible on that, doesn't it? Let's go back into head so we can zoom in. Oh, it's the reflection of the light. Never mind. They look fine. It's just the reflection of the light on the mask because it's got that sheen. it looks a little wrong. I don't like that, but that's okay. The bug goggles will come off. All right. Emblem. Do we have a paw? I think we have a paw, right? We do! Okay, we're going with the paw. That is totally cute. We can't actually see it, but I don't care. We're going with the paw because she's a cat. It makes sense. All right, chest. So, I'm not a big fan of the pattern that's on this, but I don't know if we're going to find something better. So let's go up to the top, scroll all the way down, see if we can find something that still covers all the way up to her mask there. So that's got a gap. We don't want that. But also the style on it doesn't have so much detail. If we can get something that's a little more bland and you see less lines and differences in texture, that would be what we're after. So let's see if we can find something. I'm not very hopeful, I will say. I do want to try to keep it, actually I like that better. If we can maybe adjust the colors. I don't know, we'll try, but I'm going to remove the emblem for the moment because it's distracting me as I'm trying to get this done. We'll pop the emblem back on last so that it's not, ooh, too far back, so that it's not in my way as I'm having a look at the pattern that goes across her chest because it's a little distracting. The ice one isn't bad either. I mean, you can see the spikes, but it's very faint. I mean, I really don't mind that one. Oh. Okay. I kind of like this as well, but the stomach exposed is not something that she has. She tends to be covered all the way, or I think I've seen her, in House of Legends, like she's wearing the skirt and the fishnet. I wish I could do that style. But you can't get a skirt with fishnets! Why you can't? We have to be running around in panties and fishnets all the time. Give me a skirt with fishnets and shorts with fishnets. Both, please. I want the option there. Okay, let's see what we can find. I don't mind the chevron, but I will say, if that line is black, it is too pale. And it's probably black and not grey, but we don't know. We have not gone into colour swatches yet. I don't mind that either. See how the line at the neck is less area of her body covered with lines compared to what she previously had? And also, I like that sheen on the black, which is something that's unusual for me because I usually like things to be quite matte. But I like that on her. It might be because it's right next to the trousers that have that sheen on the inner leg, but I like that one. See, the ice is pretty good too. I don't mind that either. Though I'm sure there are other people who would disagree. I do think this pattern makes sense why they chose it. I mean, it is kind of bland, generic, and kind of looks like, or leans further into, you know, when, is it Selena Kyle stitches everything and they've got the stitching everywhere? Could potentially be something that implies that, but is not that. Oh, I like that except for the line across the shoulders, obviously. That's no good. Oh, what's that? Pyramid. I like that better. It's got a bit of texture, doesn't it? I can see texture along her back, but I like it more. Pyramid is winning for me at the moment. That's nice. All right, pyramid. Keep that one in mind. What on earth? Oh, that's the ribbed. I've never seen the ribbed in black before. I'm used to seeing all the 3 colors on there. Oh, wow, that one's good. Slimline. I think that's the one I use for Harley when I create her. Yeah, it is. I can see the pattern on it. But, again, it's blending in really well. I like this one even more, I think. Let's keep Slimline in mind. It's beautiful. Oh! They just keep getting better. I love this one, too. What's that? Streak. Okay, Streak Slimline is now the winner. Then we go down and it's the next one's the winner. Oh, dear. There's too many now. I thought this was going to be, like, 2 or 3 to choose from. This is, like, a lot. There's a lot of good ones. I think Streak is still winning for me. It's got less texture, so Streak is still it. Oh, and now we're out of that sort of style. I do kind of like that on her as well, but it doesn't go up to the neck, and it's chest exposed, which is not what I'm going for at the moment, even though I do think it looks really nice on her. Let's go back up to Streak. If I can find it. There it is. Okay, that is my choice. Let's move on. Back. Is there something that looks like a tool or an item you could use for breaking into someone's house, right? Let's have a look for that, because she's a thief. These capes are not helping, thank you. I don't need these, no. Oh, a backpack maybe a backpack is what we should go with. I'd like to try to pick something, so I don't have nothing. Okay, yeah. It's gonna be... I think the parliamentary one looks a little more adult and this looks a little more childish. So I think we'll go with the parliamentary. Though having that walkie-talkie on there does kind of make it seem like she has allies that she's doing this with. And I don't really think she does. Maybe I should go with the backpack. Something to put all her stolen goods in. We're going with the backpack. Okay. Hands. Now, this I already know which one I want. I want the formal. I want it to blend in. I want it to not be noticeable and to just cover everything so that she looks like she's a cat burglar, which is what she's supposed to be. So we're getting formal. I'm not even going to scroll through and see if there's something better. That is what I want. Now, this belt I really like for her as well, the simple utility, but there are a couple of others that might work, like the parliamentary is quite good too. So let's, and the multi-pouch. That's too shiny. I don't like that one. But let's go from the top and look through, see if there's anything that we like that's a little better than what was there. Interlocking, no. Oh, apparently my controller batteries are low, so at some point I'll have to slip off the camera and put batteries in.
Actually, I didn't. I got through the entire video and didn't have to change battery. It was lying to me.
But, no. Parliamentary I like. Simple I like. That's all we've got. I actually think I prefer the parliamentary because it's blacker. See how the pockets there are paler? And on the parliamentary they're a bit darker? I prefer the darker, so we're going to go with that. Blends in more, which I think is the idea, right? She's supposed to blend into the shadows. It makes sense. I say that, but it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself that it does, which is not the case. I totally believed it, and thanks. All right, I'm going to remove the thigh highs. They will probably go straight back on because they are the correct shoe, absolutely. But I want to see the trousers. So let's go through here and let's go. Oh, wait, pyramid? I'm aware I don't have pyramid on at the moment. They're grey. We need to change them to black. But pyramid was one of the styles top that looked really good. And I thought it would work. And I've got to say, I think these would as well, as long as we can make them black. So let's go to the top. And at the moment, pyramid is winning. But that's because it's the only one we've looked at. Okay, don't like these. Too much pattern. Too much texture. Too much pattern and texture. Oh, texture down the side. Texture down the side. No, color down the side. No, very, very textured. I like these. It's only got the stripe across the thigh. I don't mind it, but I like the pyramid better, so we'll keep moving. Oh, no. Again, this looks exactly the same as the pyramid. What is the difference? Oh, maybe it's around the ankles, the feet. Maybe that's different from the pyramid. I wasn't really looking there because I'm about to cover it up with thigh-high boots. Of course. So, electric, no. Flames, no. Flexi, no. Oh! That is very, very black, but far too much texture. I do like them, though, but too much texture. Ice. Actually, the ice is not bad. The only texture or pattern I can see is around her ankle. That's not too bad. No. 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 I mean, I like it, but, you know, it's shorts and textured legs. No. No. Pyramid, see, I still like this. I can't tell that it looks exactly the same as the other one. Oh, well, pyramid is still winning. No. No. Oh, that explains why I like it. It's the one I was nearly going to put on her. No, too much pattern. Too much pattern. No. These are not skin tight. We need skin tight here. These are not working for me. No. Oh, I like the Wall Street skirt, but I would need the fishnets and some boots and, you know, to make it look like the version that they have currently in the House of Legends as the vendor. I could try that, but I don't think I can do it from here. I have to get in game and get some things to try to match that. So, well, we're going back to the first one I liked, which is pyramid. There we go. And feet, I am putting those thigh highs back on. They are very appropriate, and I like them with the glove as well. So we're doing that. And then we need to put the emblem back on that I removed. I don't know if we will use it in-game, but we're putting it on for the moment. Better off with nothing than something.
She means better off with something than nothing.
Don't have to recollect it in-game. So, done. All right, color. Skin. I feel she's quite pale in most of them. Go with pale. Her hair, right. So we can't see it. But I am choosing brown, which is down here. Okay? We can see it when we go in-game. Her eyes. Oh! What color are Catwoman's eyes? I don't even know. At the moment, they've got it set to blue, and I'm assuming that the people who created the preset know what they're doing. We hope. So, let me just look it up and make sure her eye color is blue. No. Well, I mean, it depends. I'm seeing mostly green, actually. Which surprises me. I would have thought that they would have picked the right color. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong version for what they were going for. I'm not sure, but most of these have green. Alright, well, I'm going to go with what I am seeing and what I'm basing my character off, and I'm going to swap them to green. So I might be wrong, or people might disagree, but that's what we're doing for the moment. Alright, makeup. Her lips need to be red. Yeah, there we go. Okay, palette. We're going to go so unexpected. Black on black on black. I think that the trousers should change now. Yeah, that's what I want. Right? It's beautiful. I'm so happy. Okay. Well, that was like the fastest I've ever created a character that's based off of an actual character. Now we have to pick a name. Okay. Oh! Well! Didn't that just work out? I've tried to do I've created a character that is on Xbox where I have made Catwoman, and I've attempted to use the name Catwoman, fully expecting that it would be taken, and it was, which is why I did not attempt to use it here. But Cat Burglar is free, so that's what we're going to go with. Let us play. Skip the tutorial, please. We are not here for tutorials today. Earth, the final frontier.
It's space. Space is the final frontier.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. I'm gonna be quiet. It will not. Should we skip this? I don't know, I really like this. I skip it a lot. What does he mean by digitizing?
Genius! Digitizing is the process that Brainiac uses to turn matter into exobytes, which you really should not be asking questions about at this late stage.
Let's not get digitized, guys. It sounds uncomfortable. Would I even be able to talk anymore? That would suck. I talk a lot. In case you weren't aware. It's sad because he makes it so tempting by making the big square thing purple. It's not pink. Don't call it pink. It's purple. Look, it's purple. Latin.
Harvester ships will simply reclaim the data provided by these exobytes and seal Earth's fate.
Look, people are literally disappearing. We disappear if we get digitized, right? I don't want to disappear.
I know! We would hate to leave those 3 people very upset. Or mildly upset. Some people would be upset.
Woohoo!
They too will belong to Brainiac.
They will not. We will never become Borg. Actually, I have a character who is Borg now. But she's only Borg sometimes. And the rest of the time she's 7 of 9 after she's been disconnected from the Borg. I wonder how long the load screen will be. Oh! Yay! I like the music. I have mail! Alright. I'm going to do my quick run around and get everything done that I normally do at the start. Then we will discuss.
Well, then we should pick up the pace.
Alright, now I'm going to take this piece off her face. I'm going to remove the emblem. And I'm going to have a look at the weaponry and see if I have other options. I would rather go bare hand. Yeah, we're going to do bare hand for her. I think I'm also going to remove the backpack. I do think it's appropriate, but I like it better without. So we'll remove that. And then I'm just going to see if there is a headpiece that I prefer. There is not. But something I am going to show you, I wish I had an area with better lighting for her, because I know we're right in at the very start, but nicer lighting would be helpful. Ah! Over here, maybe. Where are we? We're in Gotham. There might be a street lamp. Let's go outside. Oh, wait, this is... Oh, there we go. We can see a bit better here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the item I get when I create Catwoman. So going to Marketplace, obviously, you don't need this. Everything I just put on her looks like Catwoman. It's pretty good. But I like the ears, and you can get cat ears from, I think it's the springtime event, but I don't have them on here. So I'm going to show you what you can get from the Marketplace to get them. And also on the next character that I'm going to show you, my pre-made Catwoman, I don't have the cat ears on there yet either, but that is my plan. So I'll show you what's going to happen there. But let's jump straight down to style. So what you might want to get if you're interested in doing the same thing here is the DC Bombshells hairstyle pack. We're going to grab that right now. Claim it. Harley, Supergirl. I will show you all of them, just in case you've not seen them before, and some of them are pretty good. Like, I use the Harley one all the time. I use the Catwoman every time I do a Catwoman, and I think I use the Wonder Woman one quite a bit as well. So, oh, you know what would help? If I actually collected them first? Just might help me a little. Okay, now we can go have a look. So, we've got Bombshell Wonder Woman. Yeah, that is the other one that I use. Supergirl. I don't use that one quite as much because I'm not a big fan of this swirl. But that doesn't mean it's not accurate. It's pretty good, and I use that one all the time. You've probably seen it. And then Catwoman. This, I think, is so good. I love it. It makes me feel like I really have made a Catwoman. It means that, one, I don't have to put a headpiece on. I don't have to put a mask on, and everyone is going to know this is Catwoman. Right? She looks like Catwoman. It's great. Now, I can't, with this character, go to the House of Legends and show you what I was talking about, but this is just so, if you want to make a Catwoman character, this is what I would recommend you do from the character creation screen, and if you're not putting cash into the game, don't. Create it the way that I've done. Get her looking awesome. Decide what hair you want, if you want your mask and stuff to stay on or take off. You can always fiddle around with some things, because there's different versions of every character. But you can create Catwoman easily from character creation and make her look alright. And if you want to take it that next level ASAP, the bombshell hairpiece is what I use to do so. So that anyone who sees her knows that she's Catwoman, saves me having to get a headpiece, saves me putting a mask on, and I really like it. I think she looks cool. But you can also do it without putting cash in. So if you're playing and you're not going to put any money into your game, which is fair, wait and get the cat ears from, I'll check if it's spring event, but you can get cat ears as an accessory. Yeah, it's definitely from springtime, and I would recommend getting it as the accessory, and then you can put on the hood that you want, chuck the ears on and turn them black, and it will look like it's her outfit. So I can't show you that on here, obviously, and it's something I am aiming towards for my other Catwoman character, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to head across to my other Catwoman character right now. Okay, so now we're going across to my other account. On here I already have a Catwoman, but she's not ideal. So what I have just created is kind of what I think is perfect for her, with the exception of you could change the hair color and things based on which Catwoman you're doing. But that, I think, is a perfect build. I think everything matches and is correct. The current one I'm going to is not perfect. Like, she's got super speed. Her ability is light, because of what gameplay I'm doing with her with my friend. So she's not ideal, but she has a lot more style options that I can show you. She is also one that I plan to put the ear accessory on, which I don't have yet. I'm waiting for springtime. I'm going to grab it as the accessory. I'm going to put the hood on her that hopefully I can find one where I can actually see her eyes and don't have to have the glowing eyes through. But I'm going to put the hood, I'm going to put or would you call it a hood? It's kind of a hood, right? I don't know. But I'm going to put some kind of headed mask type thing on from the head section and then chuck on the ears and turn it all black. And that will be her headpiece and the ears, making it look like she's actually wearing the Catwoman hood. I'm a little irritated that you can't see her eyes. I would like to see a large gap in these with everything like open here all the way up to here and a large gap for her actual eyes to come through rather than none or glowing. I don't like that. I feel like it's less accurate. So, here we go. But I really enjoyed creating Catwoman. It's something it was easy for me to do because she is wearing black, which is what I would choose. So, anyway, first things first, we're going to head over and show you who I'm speaking of when I say the House of Legends current Catwoman, because at the moment she's the vendor here. That will likely change with the next episode. But I would like to be able to do this. So that's why I've chosen this top on her. Isis, you're standing right where I want to stand, buddy. Because I'm going to cut Catwoman off if I stand over there. My face will be over the top of her. Maybe I can stand behind. Okay, there we go. So this is the style I would like to create. It's taking its time to load. But that is why I have chosen the top that I have on her in this one, is because it's got that shape of her shirt that she has here, and I think it looks good. But skirt with the thigh-high stockings? Why can I not get this, DC? I want this, please. Skirt with thigh-highs. I would also like shorts with... no, thank you. I have a league. I just haven't added this character yet. But that was very nice for someone to invite me. But I want to be able to put this on. I want to be able to put shorts with fishnets, which you will see exactly why I'm upset about that when I take her home, because one of her styles needs that. And also, why don't we have these shoes? I mean, we don't even have just a nice heel. Everything we've got that's got a heel is a boot, which I understand. They're superheroes, but you have hoodies and stuff. Why can't we have this? Okay, I need to be less frustrated about this. This is not the thing to be upset about, really, is it? There's a lot of other things with this game that could be improved upon. But this bothers me. I want to create her. I want her to look like this, and I can't do it. There just aren't the options available. And I really love the top, and I really love the skirt. I mean, I know I could use the Wall Street instead. Like, I would be okay with using Wall Street to try to create that skirt, but we can't get the legs. I want the legs! Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Maybe. Alright, let's warp home. My house is called the Riddle Room because I play this with my friend, and he plays the Riddler. And we are heroes, and we are green light. It doesn't have to make sense, okay? That's why I showed you how to create a Catwoman that makes sense. Alright, so this base is not complete, I apologize. It's very empty. It's got a lot of cologne going on though, which I do like. But down here. Alright, my Catwoman looks. So, I currently have the main man hooks on her back because I feel that they are appropriate for someone who is a cat burglar. I also have the Witch Mother pieces on her hands, which are a little difficult to see, I will say. Maybe if I shoot... There we go, you can see it a little better. It has claws on it. Can you see her fingers have claws? And they kind of glow because at the moment they have the noir chroma on them. If I take that off, they won't glow and they should be a little bit... Yeah, you can see that a bit easier, that she's got claws coming off her fingers. So that is from Cursed. It's a style item that you can purchase. I obviously have the same headpiece that I had on earlier, and this style, noir comic chroma, is what I have on her, because I have it, so I might as well use it, and I will say, I do love it. Now, she has green light on her hand for the ring, and she has the purple aura and the purple on her back, specifically because of how she is being played, which is with the Riddler. We've got like a story that we're doing with them. So, this is why she looks this way. But I also have this one. And I put the paw on her chest. And again, not supposed to be 100% accurate, just supposed to be obviously Catwoman, and I think it is. And I think she looks so good and is really funny. And I love the paw on her. I'll show you that, I believe the top is Torchbearer, so that you guys can use it too if you want to. Torchbearer Slimline, which if you don't have it, I believe you can purchase it from the Fate vendor at the moment. And then I can't remember what I have on her legs actually, but I liked this build specifically without the belt because it felt very slim and sleek. So I was quite happy with that. This is Combat Slimline that she has on her legs. She's got no belt and she's got nothing on her hands with this one because well, she's got the Witch Mother on her hands with this one to get the claws, but this piece that you see over her hand is not a glove, it's part of the top. Which actually, if you've watched my 7 of 9 build, you will know that that's the case because I was frustrated by it. And then the legs. The feet are still thigh highs because they seem appropriate to me. All right, then I've got this one. This was me trying my hardest to make her look like the builds that they have in the House of Legends. It is the closest I can get. I'm not happy with it, but it's all I could do. The gloves are accurate, boots are not. The boots they just had a little heel, but there's nothing that gives me the same effect here or looks correct here that is reminiscent of what they've got there. So I kept the thigh-high boots because she has thigh-high stockings, and I put on, obviously, the net stockings that you can actually get in here. But there's no skirt, which I hate. I wanted a skirt, and I'm not happy with this, but it's as close as I could get. I can't get a necklace either. Okay, I'm gonna stop whinging. But I do quite like it. I think it looks like her, and I think it suits her, but it is not accurate to what I was trying to hit. It's just close. Though I don't think anyone would mistake her for anyone but Catwoman. So I'm good with that. Then I've got this build here as well. So this style is specifically because a lot of renditions I've seen of Catwoman are purple bodysuit. A dark purple bodysuit, granted, but I wanted to use the blueberry shortcake chroma that I got during Valentine's for something. Not only that, but during Valentine's, I got the sweater. I have the chroma on top of the sweater so that we can't see what's actually on it for a very good reason. And that's because this is her and Batman. And in this version of her, she's playing with the Riddler, not with Batman. So I mean, I have it there. She can wear it, but I put the chroma on top of it because I was going for that purple look and because I didn't want that chroma to go to waste. Obviously. But if I did put the purple the way I had it, that's the dark purple that I had on her legs. And her chest, I just had the Christmas top because it's got her on it and I didn't want it to be wasted. It's kind of cool and kind of cute. I will probably get more armories and do a whole look to go with the sweater, you know, make her look kind of wintry, because even though it is for Valentine's Day, it's a very, it's a turtleneck, warm-looking sweater, so I thought a winter look would probably go good with it. But at the moment, these 4 armories are my Catwoman armories, so that's all I have. However, I got excited because I was playing with the Riddler. And because I was playing with the Riddler, I felt it was my obligation to create Query and Echo. So let's activate this one here, which is Echo. Here is my Echo creation. So she currently has on a chroma to make things pop and sparkle. It's not necessary, but it is the antimatter neon chroma. It's something you can get from the marketplace. I'll show it to you so you know how much it would cost, but you can easily do this without it. I just was in the mood to make her sparkle. And also my friend who is playing the Riddler has that on his to make him sparkle. So I wanted them to match. So when I go into my Echo style, it would look like she belongs with him. Where am I? Oh, wrong one. There it is, their antimatter neon chroma pack.
So you can see if you were playing with a membership, you're going to be paying $1,260. If you're playing without a membership, it's going to be $1,400.
It was a little cheaper than some of the others, and I like it. It has a sparkle to it. If you put it on particular items, you won't see the other 2 colors. And if you do see the other 2 colors, they aren't bad or anything. It's just they're not very dark, and I quite like dark, as we all know. However, obviously, when I was creating Echo here, I didn't go very dark. So she is wearing the knee-high boots. She's got those net leggings on. She's got leggings? Stockings. I know the difference. She's got the formal gloves, I think her chest is called Slimline, so I'll go in there and we'll have a look at that. I should just run through and show you all, shouldn't I? So the head is the Riddler piece, which was available through daily rewards, I believe. But I think you can also get it elsewhere.
Indeed, you can. It is available from the Amusement Mile Gang War location at the vendor, or apparently you can also get it from Harley Quinn in the Archive of Victory at the House of Legends.
There, Riddler is on her head. Face mask, I believe, is none. Correct. Well done, Laura, seeing nothing on her face and being able to identify that it's none. So smart. Then for her shoulder, I've got the enhanced Drowned Amazon. Obviously, you don't need the enhanced. I just have it, so I put the enhanced on. If I've got an enhanced version, it goes on. Actually, that's not always true, because sometimes I don't want the glow. Or the texture is different on the enhanced, and I don't want that texture to not match her trousers. So sometimes I use it. All right, so then on the back, this is also, I believe, Riddler. And I really like it. It looks like she's grabbed it from him and chucked it on her back. I thought it made sense, and it looks good. And I like the glow on it as well. Her chest, so this is the one I can't remember what it is. Power. She's got the power piece for her chest, and I've just obviously made it green and purple because those are the Riddler colors. They are also the Echo and Query colors that they use. So I was happy with that. Then for her hands, they are formal. Her belt, I think, is Drowned Amazonian? What is that? Oh, sorry, Amazonian Conqueror, my bad. So it's just like a loosely strapped belt with a dagger on it. I wanted to put a belt on that looked like something that wasn't too cumbersome, didn't look like she was actively trying to be in battle, but that she had something to defend herself. So I went with that, even though I will say, in the renditions that I've seen of her, she doesn't tend to have anything on her waist or any weapon sitting there.
I am aware that they wear belts, but I was specifically referring to having a weapon there, not having a belt on.
But, as I said, this character is not about accurate, it's about giving the vibe of the character that I'm going for. So this, to me, seems like and feels like Echo. And that's what I wanted. I also wanted to put the belt on to break up the top and the trousers, because in order to have the netted stockings, you have to have the panties that they give you. You can't have a two-tone, which is what I would want. I would want that purple streak to go all the way down, but I can't. It was a choice between having the streak and having bare legs, or without it and having the net. And she has netted stockings, as does Query. So, well, most of the time when I see them. In the versions I was doing. Because it's some... Anyway, going off on tangents here. So I needed to break it up. So that belt has done that for me. It broke it up, and I feel like it's not out of place. Then, of course, the legs are the net, but I will check which one. There are 3 different types of net you can get, so this is just net. Usually I choose that if I want a very specific look for the net on the legs, but there are 2 others, which I think one is sheer... Hang on, help if I went the correct direction, you know. So sheer fishnet and sheer net are the other 2. I'll show them to you. You can get these at the Fate vendor. So we've got that one, sheer fishnet. This one is good. It gives you a little bit more definition with the net pattern. And then this one is sheer. This one has more sheen than the other. I don't like this one very much at all, which is why I went with net. So, and the boots are knee-high. So I'm really happy with how she looks. I think it looks very much like Echo. And the accessory in Aura. I'm so sorry. Aura, I believe I purchased from I did. Slim Violet Aura. So this I've purchased from the marketplace, but you can get this Aura from the Fate vendor also. Then I've got the accessory, which is those exclamation marks, question marks floating around her head. That is called the Enigmatic, which I chose because, obviously, she's with the Riddler. And I love it. I think she looks great. I don't think anyone would have issue trying to work out who that is meant to be. She's got the black short hair, just like Echo. All right, so let's go to the next one. This is Query. So she has the hat she usually wears, so that's parliamentary. Let's go in and do her style. I do think it's going to be a little odd when I am in gameplay and people see that my character is called Catwoman, but that I'm hanging around with the Riddler and looking like Query and Echo. But it's a bit of fun, and it saves me creating extra characters for no reason. I thought this was great. So, classic parliamentary hat, because she's always wearing a very similar style of hat. Shoulders, I think, I've got the question mark, right? Yeah, it's the Riddler one. So right here, it's called Riddler, and you can see on her shoulder there, she's got a question mark, because I thought Riddler, question mark, appropriate, let's do it. I also tried to make sure I picked things that were different from Echo, even though they tend to wear identical things for a good chunk of the time with the exception of this hat. I wanted them to look different and I wanted to try out other things. I also wanted it to be interchangeable. If I put all of this stuff besides her head wear on Echo, it would look correct. And if I put all the other stuff that's on Echo onto Query, except for the head, so hair and hat, it would look like her. So these can work either way. So Riddler piece on her shoulder. Back piece, I obviously have a weapon, so that is Future Warden, I believe, maybe the enhanced. Nope, just the normal Future Warden right there, so that she has some kind of weapon on her, because I had the dagger on the hip of Echo, and I wanted Query to also have a weapon, so we put that on her back. Then her chest is, I think, was it called Slim? No, I don't think. Power. Is it called Power? What is it called? I don't know. Reverse slimline. I wasn't even close. We've got the reverse slimline on her chest. I needed to put a belt on her. Oh, medieval. It's called medieval. It doesn't look very medieval, but I thought it worked here. So we've got that on her waist. I actually started with the Riddler piece on her waist, but it didn't end up covering like a belt. It's actually a piece that hangs from the hip. And I like it, but without a belt, do you see how it looks a little disconnected there? How her top goes to a point and that color should extend and it does not. So that's why the belt went in place. It needed to break it up so that it looked right. So that's gone there. The gloves, I think I've used DC Bombshell Harley gloves. Yeah, DC Bombshell Harley, because they were very close and similar to ones that I've seen on these two characters of Query and Echo. And I liked them. Also, I put some sparkle, because why not have sparkle, right? If you can, it's a bit of fun. Then legs, I've got the net, I believe this one is sheer. Yeah, sheer fishnet on this one, so it's got a little bit more definition. You can see the lines a bit better. And also I wanted to see if I could do the different one from Echo, so we've got both. So I used it. Then these boots are just called heeled, and I really liked them because I like the side, the way they look with the green and the purple together. Heeled just there. This is something you just get in normal character customization build. So a lot of the items I'm using for these are just from the normal character creation. So the heeled boot, the knee-high boot, the formal gloves, you can get them all just normal character creation. So, and also the top here is just normal as well, which I think is kind of cool. Then this aura, I believe, is a slim green aura, because I wanted it to be different from Echo's one, so green, because we've got purple already. And I also have that same accessory on her, which is the enigmatic one here. So that is my Query. I'm really happy with them. I think they look like the character they're supposed to be, and I don't think anyone would be confused about it. I think they'd see it and be like, oh yeah. So I don't know if there are people out there who want to create these characters, but I did, because I'm playing my character with the Riddler. And even though she is Lil Catwoman, I'm going to play her looking like Query and play her looking like Echo, because I think when I'm playing right next to the Riddler, it's going to look so cool. Right? Just agree with me. And I'm really happy with them. Also, I haven't told my friend that I made Query and Echo yet, so if he watches this video before I get to show him, he's gonna know. It was gonna be like a surprise where I just suddenly transform and match him, and he'll be like, ah! That is my Catwoman build, that is my Query build, and that is my Echo build. And I'm really happy with them. I will say, this Catwoman build, she's designed to partner with the Riddler. Colors are a little off, bits and pieces aren't 100% accurate, but the build that I created at the start on my other account, that one I think is a lot more accurate, and if you're going to try to create Catwoman as accurate as you can, that's probably the one to lean towards. But I would say the Witch Mother hand pieces from Cursed, I love these claws. I think they're very accurate, or as close as you're going to getting claws along her actual fingers. I think they look great. I mean, you can see it on both sides there with her hand dangling. Aren't they cool? They're so cool. I love them for Catwoman, and I loved them for my Borg build of 7 of 9, even though they do have claws on the end. They gave us that effect on the back of the hand of her having Borg technology there, as close as I can get to it in this game. So these Witch Mother claws are actually quite a bit of fun, and I'm really enjoying them being in the game, because they've been applied to 2 of my characters now. Actually, more than 2, but 2 who are pre-existing characters that I'm trying to create to look like something that already exists. I have also put it on characters where I've just created what I like, which is no surprise really to anybody, is it? But I'm really happy with those. I just would like now, please get me thigh-high stockings with a skirt and fishnets with shorts. Because for Query and Echo, what I wanted was fishnets with shorts, and I could not get them. Okay, I'm over it now. No, I'm not. I'll complain about it later. I complain about it all the time. So, I hope for anybody who is planning to create a Catwoman character, or a Query character, or an Echo character, that gave you some good ideas. Because I'm really happy with them. I think they look like the character they are meant to be, even if they're not 100% perfect. Thank you, DC, with your no shorts and fishnets. But I really am proud of them, and they're fun. Hopefully, that helps you guys. And if not, hopefully, it just kept you entertained. I'm a very I'm not that entertaining. I keep myself entertained. That's something. But let's pop Catwoman / Query / Echo to bed. She's had a very busy day of, oh wait, do we have to put movement mode on? Why it does that all the time, I don't know. Pop her to bed. She's had a very busy day of standing around and changing outfits. Good night, Lil Catwoman / Echo / Query. And good night, you guys.